Alright, welcome everyone back to some Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Had a little bit of a break because I was very ill, but I'm doing a lot better now and excited to be back playing some of the Regional Championship Hartford decks today. This is a Simic Terrors list, Simic Tolarian Terror Eddymurk Crab deck that came 18th place. I've always been a big fan of these Simic Crab decks on stream, so I love to see the deck doing well. Very excited to give it a spin as a result. Person who played this list definitely doing some different things in it. Got some stock ups here as additional card advantage in addition to your beanstalks. Got some dispersals as just more bounce effects and ways to surveil stuff into your yard to make your terrors and crabs cheaper. These are like kind of the big innovations here. Of course, for those who don't know, this deck is all about making your Tolarian Terrors and Eddymurk Crabs cheap by casting cheap spells like Bushwhack, Analyze, Seed of Hope, and Cash Grab, even mill you to get spells in your yard. And then in the late game, your Terrors and Crabs will trigger your Beanstalks to draw you cards. Your Towns will trigger your Beanstalks to draw you cards. Your Towns can bounce your Terrors and your Crabs so that you draw cards off your cards, and you just draw your whole deck very easily. Really cool deck. Sideboard has some innovations too. The big one, Ringing Strike Mastery, is a pretty nice addition as a way to disable your opponent's creature, stop it from attacking for a couple turns whilst you set up your endgame. Seems like a real nice addition. I'm excited to give this a spin. I've always loved this deck. It's always a good time. Let's see how it performs today. I mean, it seems fine. Talent is early pressure. Beanstalk does some digging. Of course, this hand doesn't fill a yard terribly well for this crab, but it has some time to sort that out. We have enough going on until then. Let's just get down the beanstalk to use my mana efficiently. Draw that card. Find that land drop is nice. I might just want to pass with Dispersal open just to use my mana effectively. Instead of playing a talent. Then they play a free drop and I play a Dispersal. I guess the fear then is that they can just play an Annex. Then I can bounce their 4-drop instead. I don't know. Seems fine. Yeah, it runs a low number of lands, but you have Analyze and Bushwhack to help with that, so I think it's fine. Could Dispersal my Otter. True. Didn't really consider that. Maybe should have. But I think I'm pretty happy with this outcome. Bounce their Slasher. Fire off a stock up. Get down this talent. We're all about dangerous land counts. So true. Yeah, I agree, flat. Ringing Strike seems real nice to me, personally. I guess we can crab this turn, huh? If we so desire. That's pretty nice. TBH. Yeah, Seed of Hope is kind of like Dark Ritual in this deck sometimes. It's pretty crazy. Well, guess I'm gonna do this. Cast my crab whilst the crabbin's good. They take the Analyze, makes sense. There's a Preacher. Oh wow, another Beanstalk. That's crazy. And a town. Now we are going off. Oh my god. So we get to bounce Crab plus Preacher, draw 2 cards. Yeah, and then we cast Crab in their turn and draw 2 cards. Very nice stuff. I think it's mono black. Possibly demons? They have Slasher, which is fascinating. Never cast the third beans. Yeah, the third bean seems pretty dangerous. I agree. God, I have so many cards in my sideboard that are exciting, but I don't have to make room for them. Like, ringing Strike Mastery seems nice. Get Out seems nice. Pick Your Poison seems nice. I think Dispersal is probably worse than the other bounce spells. I slightly worry that Ringing Strike Mastery is not an instant or sorcery, so maybe I can't bring it in against an opponent who's like... Oh, it's so good against demons, though. So good against Archfiend of the Dross. I almost just don't want to board very much. I guess we can take out these cash grabs for more interaction, right? Cash grab's always a bit mediocre. Bring in these get outs and maybe bring in a Pick Your Poison. I read that Ephra's Dispersal is really bad against Preacher because they get the attack trigger. And kind of bad against Duress. Oh, Pascal Maynard's playing Tima? Interesting. Oh, with half Elemental. Alright, I might have to give this list a spin at some point. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, everyone. This one seems good, right? Cutter beans, yeah. That sounds nice, honestly. Opponent is mulliganed. You see. Ghost Vacuum. Rude. Rude. Ghost Vacuum, of course, makes our terrors much harder to cast. Oh, maybe I need more Pick Your Poisons in my deck because of this card. I didn't really consider that. They're just going to take the Get Out. Or they take the Town. Okay. Makes sense. Isn't Tima just fiery Simic? Everyone's saying this. I think that's true about most Magic decks, probably. Like, gotta mix up those basics. Alright, fire off Seed of Hope. Get back a Tolarian Terror, apparently. Is what it is. I guess I have to grab another island, because otherwise I don't have Get Out open. I'd quite like to keep that open. We only play... Yeah, today we've been playing against Delirium and Demons exclusively. Like, just those 2 decks. We had 1 match against Izzet. Thoughts on Heritage Rec versus Poor Patch? Depends on matchups. Heritage Rec is, in my mind, mainly a nod towards Omniscience, if you choose to play it. Yeah, it's purely just a matter of what matchups you want to be teched for, in my mind. Yeah, Wreck hits Cutter, but I don't think Wreck is a card you want in your deck against, is it? I guess like other like weird Cutter decks you might want Wreck in against. This Ghost Vacuum is very obnoxious. Also, my 5/5s are so bad against demons. I don't feel like I'm allowed to like let a demon stick for very long. Just pay 7 for the terror is the dream. I can bounce their soulstone in their end step, I guess. Honestly, might just do that. Okay. Well, I don't get to hold open get out if I return a thing and cast it, which is unfortunate. It might just be better to make a 5/5 anyway. Make a crab in their turn. Yeah, holding crab open seems fine. I worry this game is like slightly slipping away from me. Because at some point they're gonna just start being able to resolve threats. And the ghost honestly, if they proactively ghost vacuum, they force me to cast crab, and then I don't have get out open, and then I'm like in a lot of danger, right? Or they do this. Now they can resolve an annex. Okay, they're not tapping for mana. Interesting. Takes get out. Kills the crab. Sure thing. Exiles a thing to make my terrors cost 6. Beanstalk is a nice one. Not quite yet, but it has the potential to be a nice one. Oh, pick your poison answers the vac. I really like that pick your poison, right? I get to make them sack the vacuum and then sack a flyer if they play one. Or they could play a slasher, and that's way, way scarier, I suppose. Yeah. Each opponent sacks an artifact. Now if I return pick your poison, I'm not guaranteed to get down Terror next turn. So I'm maybe not allowed to return it. Which slightly stinks. Nah, Sanctuary is not an artifact. It is a construct, but it is not an artifact. And a construct and an assembly worker. All these things that sound like artifacts. Wait, is Gamer a creature type? Is that from one of the unsets? Incredible. What are my thoughts on the best ways to attack Is It Prowess? Honestly, like... slightly weird take. I don't even know how good, this is definitely a weird take and maybe a bad take. I don't even know how good High Noon is against Is It Prowess. Against, like, a good Is It Prowess player. Like, it's definitely good against bad Is It Prowess players. But... the best ways to attack Is It Prowess. God, I want to respond with a meme answer and be like, wait 3 months. The problem is, everyone's already doing the best things you can to attack Is It Prowess. Like, the meta has adjusted. People are playing enchantments. Tougher is it to deal with. People are playing large creatures. Tougher is it to deal with. In theory. In theory, these things should be hard, but is it? In practice, everyone's doing these things, and Is It still has a 52% win rate. Everyone is doing the things that are good against Is It, and none of them are good enough. No chance it gets hit before the PT? Good question. It's not impossible. I'd be surprised. It's not impossible. I think it's just gonna get cut at rotation. I think it's just going away when rotation happens. It's gonna get early rotation. Yeah, and the mirror's dragging that down, right? The fact that like 35% of the room is mirror matches means 35% of the data is pulling it towards 50%, and it's still 52%. It's genuinely insane. How do I win this game? An excellent question. Probably involves drawing town ain't big enough at some point. Oh, that's a good question. When is the Pro Tour, chat? I'd really like to have this shoulder out of play for a turn, so I guess I'm just chump blocking with an otter. Otters are very plentiful right now. The Bushwhack can get rid of a shouldered. I guess we just want to hold this Bushwhack. Oh. Well, more mana does not sound terrible, I suppose. Though maybe I meant to use this to tutor a crab instead. BNR is June 30th. That's, yeah, honestly, that's way sooner than I thought. I assumed it would be like September. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Cutter's not around at the Pro Tour, but my suspicion is it's just going to get early rotation at BNR instead. I advocate for banning cards in Standard, like, incredibly rarely. But I think Cutter is just too good. I assume I am never meant to attack for anything here. I certainly am about to take... Well, I guess this 5/5 blocks really well. Oh, interesting. I guess I have to counter this, which means I don't get to bounce my things with this, but... They'll leave it for rotation where they'll either ban like 5 or 0 cards. Yeah, my current suspicion is that when rotation happens, we are going to lose Quarry Steel Cutter, Monstrous Rage, and probably nothing else. Hey, Sun Thief. Am I queued for the Pro Tour? Alas, I am not. Would that I were. How do we feel about having 3 leveled up Stormchaser's talents? I feel like that's our way to victory. It also sounds delightful. Oh, I kind of want to bounce the Slasher. Honestly, that sounds pretty nice. Then I get to attack with some Otters. Surveil towards something spicy on top of my deck. This is definitely a game of Standard. It sure is. It sure is.